Welcome to the Earth readings for the week of January 9th, 2017. These readings are for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It's a very it's a very jumbly moment, guys. Jumbles. A lot of kind of, I say confusion, but it's not like mental confusion. It's core confusion. I think I may even have. I may even have the affirmation that just popped in. But the idea here is that there's a big ass bowl. It's a big ass bowl. In this case, associated with Taurus. And this bull is pissed, not feeling it, being agitated. And the bull here is representing the material plane, matter, money matters, love matters, self-worth, just all that is tangible. And this bull here is, like I said, not feeling it right now. But what the larger scene around the bull shows is sort of like the chaos of a bull let loose, stampeding around a city, a marketplace. It looks like a very old city. And what's interesting is that the market is getting overturned, and the bull is losing its marbles. But I'm seeing in relief behind this just the pristine state of the city itself, and now very cool, backing up even further, the solidity of the, we're on an island, that's even cooler, the solidity of the island, the rock upon which this market is built, upon which this city is built, upon which this market is standing, upon which this bull is stampeding. And there's an element here of your material fixations, material sense of worth, of values, running amok and wreaking havoc on the sort of dynamic structures of your life, of your existence, of your town. And the idea is that the flood that's sort of come in over the weekend, that continues to rise through this week, is making this bowl of yours, this representative of the sign of Taurus, of values, of worth, of material goods running amok. So it's like, what are your values really? What are you really looking at? What are you really going for? What really matters to you? What's important to you? What is your bedrock? What is your foundation? Geez, guys, I mean, maybe a handful of things, but it kind of feels like you let the beast run wild Monday through Wednesday. I mean, you can't tackle a bull. You gotta be deft about it. You gotta use your toro kind of thing, your red flag to sort of incite it more in order to do the dance with it, in order to calm it, or, sorry, I didn't put this metaphor in my mind, but in order to eventually lance it with your mind and say, I got you, I conquer you, I conquer you. So the idea here is let it run wild Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, doing the dance with it, inquiring, understanding, what is it in you that's running amok? What do you think matters right now? And the insanity of the bull that I'm seeing in this vision says to me, you're probably missing the forest for the trees. You're probably focusing on something that feels incredibly important, but that is concealing something of greater, a deeper, more enduring importance. So the idea would be to do the Hotoro Toro dance through the beginning of the week, and then on Thursday, to make a practice of, re-evaluating your values. This is the affirmation that I got in the beginning. I'm just as skeptical as the next guy sometimes. I don't pretend to know how and when and why all of this stuff comes. I love it when it comes in fast, and then I can go back in and verify and check with it. And the affirmation that came through is, I joyfully evaluate my values. Earth signs can get so serious and nitpicky and not really obsessive, but just heavy, very heavy earth, right? So the idea here is joyfully evaluating your values is not necessarily threatening. An earth sign looking at its foundation can be threatening because it changing a foundation is complicated. When you have to patch it or break it or shift it, or it's heavy, it's solid, it's earthy, it's stuck. Not stuck, but stolid. It's supposed to be strong and firm and foundational. So messing with that can be challenging. And what we're doing here is not really messing with the bedrock. We're saying what you think matters the most might not be the most important thing. So whatever is you're observing that's running amok in the first few days of the week, go deeper come Thursday and say, really, is that my greatest priority? Is this what matters most to me? And then try to go deeper and look at what really matters most. Look at the enduring values. There's, I don't know if it's a saying or an aphorism, but that which has a beginning will also have an ending. The only thing that's real is that which always is. So hopefully you can get to some eternal values. Those to me are big values. Compassion, like I said, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, dependability even. What are your real values? What are the elements of yourself that feel the most eternal and the most unchanging? Because when we get into really truly eternal unchanging values, it's like love, period. End of story. Love and what? Death, emptiness, void, not even death, because death is an ending and a beginning. Love and void, right? Plus and minus, 0 and equals. It's pretty raw stuff. So the idea of finding an infinite or eternal value within yourself for you earth signs is more so what feels like an eternal value, what really, really matters to me. And I think just even asking that question will shift your focus away from whatever is running amok. And then Friday brings in some kind of wind of change, but you're ready for it because you know what your foundation is. You have your bedrock. And then going back to the ether reading, the idea is to take Saturday, Sunday to create, and this is where you're going to feel better, Saturday, Sunday, to create some practical actions, practical planning for how you intend to express these values in your life. What are you doing to be the mountain and not the crazy bull? What are you doing to be the bedrock and not the quicksand? And the affirmation, as I said, is I joyfully evaluate my values. We're out of retrograde too, so you don't even have to re-evaluate them. The idea is that you should have some good stuff that's been turned up over the last 3 weeks or so, and that come Thursday, I joyfully evaluate my values, write them down, write one down. I said to you beginning, a few is probably okay, but one might be better, so that you can then Friday, winds of change, Saturday, Sunday, take some practical actions, practical planning as to how you intend to express these joyfully evaluated values in the rest of your life. That is the affirmation. I joyfully evaluate my values. This has been Elements of Spirit. I'm very, very grateful to you. And I thank you for this opportunity. Have a beautiful week. See you next Monday.